What's up? What's up, everybody? My YouTube friends. What is going on out there, everybody? Good afternoon. Evening. 5 o'clock here, I think. Just want to come on and say what's up to everybody. Play some songs for you guys, let you know what's going on. Lots of good stuff. Lots of good stuff. Let's have some coffee, talk music. What's up? What's up? Who's out there? What's good, everybody? What up? Yo, what up, Tim? What up, Eduardo? What's good, everybody? So yeah, new Revenge Beast record has dropped. Make sure you go pick it up, man. I'm super excited about this record. It's some of the heaviest stuff I've ever written, ever been part of. Everybody in the band did a great job, man. So make sure you go check it out. You can download the record at upstaterecords.com, I believe. And yeah, the record's out now. Find it. So yeah, it's been getting great reviews. So check it out. anyway, sorry, it was kind of hard to talk and play that song. That's a tough one, to kind of talk and play along. But yeah, new El Nino record, I believe, should be out real soon. I know they finished all the tracks, so maybe it's got to be mastered or mixed now. This is a good one. Hold on, let's hold this song. But new Revenge Beast is out, so make sure you guys go get it. Physical copies. We'll probably have them at our shows real soon or at my solo gigs. I got to see what's up with that. But yeah, man, I'm excited for that record, man. It's one of the heaviest records I've ever recorded, man. You know, it's just straight brutality. And I'm excited that it's finally out. So yeah, guys, go check it out, man. It's a dope record. One of the best records I ever made. If you're a fan of anything I've ever done in the past, then you got to get Revenge Beast, because it's definitely got my heaviest riffs and solos and everything. So go check it out. All right, man. I'm gonna keep rocking for you guys. Hope you guys all having a great 4th of July weekend. I'm actually home for 4th of July. That's the first time. I'm usually in Europe or somewhere. I love this song. It's good. It's a backup track I found, but I love this one. What's up, Dex? Yeah, there you go. Sorry, man. Sometimes it's hard to talk when I'm playing guitar. Uh, hey, what's up, Dex? It's good to be here, man. Eduardo wants to know which is the hardest solo you struggle to learn. Yeah, there's a lot of solos that are hard to learn. A lot that I would like to learn. Some Inve Malmsteen stuff was really difficult to learn. Um, you know, I don't really nowadays. I just do a lot of improvising. Even when I'm in the studio, a lot of my solos are just improv off the cuff. You know, everything I just did right now on that jam was improv. That's really what I'm into is improvising. You know, there's only so many hours in a day, man. You know, honestly, I wish I could play guitar for 24 hours a day, and then I would learn all my favorite solos and play them here. But I don't have that kind of time anymore at my age, you know. I wish I did though, you know. I wish I could just sit here and play guitar 24 hours a day. I would learn every Inve Malmsteen solo, every freaking Al Di Meola, you know, you name it, every dime bag solo. But that's a lot of time. It puts a lot of time into to learn all that stuff and memorize it. So yeah, but off the top of my head, I don't know, for my own solos, the hardest solo to learn, probably the song "Release the Kraken." That's one of my most technical songs. And I haven't played it in years because it's so difficult to play, and I really have to practice it every single day to pull off that song. So I took a break from practicing it, but that's my hardest one. Release the Kraken. Go check it out if you haven't heard it. Dex said, you just watched one of the Red Chord gigs. This band is incredible. I'm so glad they are back. Yeah, they were a great band. I remember that band, the Red Chord, right? They were from back in the day. Can I sing? No, I can't sing. I can scream a little, but I'm not even good at that, and I don't even like doing it. You know, yeah, my solo gigs, I throw in some cover songs and I do the vocals, but I don't really enjoy it. It's not really my thing. You know, I was going to be the singer for Revenge Beast, and I had tracked 2 songs with my vocals in the beginning of the project, if you were following it, like 3 years ago. But I'm not really into it, man. I'm not into writing lyrics, you know. I'm not really a lyrical dude. So that's why I asked our good friend Jay Decay to come in and be the singer of Revenge Beast, because he's incredible. He's got an incredible death metal growl, and he writes awesome lyrics, you know. Awesome lyrics. So, concert in Russia with Soulfly. You don't forget that. Oh, yeah. That was always fun coming to Russia and playing for you guys. You guys are great out there, man. Tim Rodriguez, what's up, man? You said, great to see you jam again. Been a while. Hope to see you on tour soon in Texas. I was just in Texas, man. El Nino. We did about a week worth of shows all over Texas, man. Dallas, Houston, El Paso. Where else? We did Corpus Christi. We did all of Texas. We were there for about 1 week, you know. So, yeah. So what else, guys? What's up, man? It's coffee hour with your boy. I figured I'd come on here and say what's up. Hey, I'm doing a lot more of my live feeds now on TikTok, so get over there. You know what, John Wayne? I'm not really a fan of black metal. You know, some of it's cool. I like the old stuff. What up, Rob? You love the Sepultura? Yeah, man, I love playing old Sepultura, man. You know, I always say Andreas is still one of my favorite guitar players. So to play those riffs and those solos that he wrote and recorded, man, it's always a lot of fun. You know, I'm a big Andreas fan. Yeah, I'm not really a black metal fan. I mean, I like Venom. I like the old stuff, you know, that kind of spawned what turned into black metal, like Celtic Frost. I loved Venom. Who else? You know, stuff like that. The early Hellhammer was awesome. The earlier stuff, which was a little more punky, which is why I liked it. But the more modern black metal, I'm not really into it, man. I like old school death metal from the '90s, you know, Suffocation and stuff. Yes, don't speak, play guitar. Good idea. I'm gonna do it right now. Yeah, I'm not into all the European black metal bands. It's not really my thing. I like death metal, you know. Well, I love Behemoth. You consider them black metal? They're awesome. Yo, what's up, Sergio? Que paso, amigo? All right, let's jam. Let's play some Legionnaire. This is one of my favorite solo songs. 4th of July, bro. Yeah, we'll talk about Encyclopedia in 1 minute. That was a great project I had. Yeah, new backdrop, bro. My library. Check out my library. Big kind of song guitar solo. Yeah, I have. For a long time, like a lot of El Nino stuff didn't have solos. Yeah, a lot of the stuff I wrote for El Nino didn't have guitar solos in it. You know, I wanted guitar solos, but back in those days, I don't know, people didn't like guitar solos, and nobody in the band at the time wanted to be doing them. So anyway, but yeah, one of you guys carved metal on an acoustic. I don't know what that means, bro. I play acoustic all the time, though. You like those pinch harmonics? Thanks, Rob. I like pinch harmonics, but I try not to do them overboard, you know? I try to use them tastefully because I know it can get old if you do them every second, you know? But I'm tempted. Yeah, so someone was asking about Encyclopedia. You know, Encyclopedia was a death metal thing. You know, for a long time, I grew up playing death metal a lot. I was in death metal bands when I was a kid. And ever since, you know, I got signed with El Nino, I always wanted to start something that was similar to the old death metal bands that I was in the mid 90s, early 90s when I was a kid. And it just never really panned out, but I had recorded some demos and ideas. So Encyclopedia was going to be that band. It was going to be my death metal project. And I had recorded about 6 songs with a person, we'll say, a studio. And we just never finished it. You know, this particular studio was charging me an arm and a leg. Nothing ever got done, you know, and as it turned out, the Encyclopedia demo, 6-song demo that I had, it just never was finished, you know. I just couldn't get this person to finish it, and it was costing me way too much money. But we did put up a Facebook page, and you can go there. I think there's a Facebook page for Encyclopedia, and a couple of the songs are up. I think YouTube, I had a couple of the Encyclopedia songs up. And my Encyclopedia stuff I play in my solo set, so that's about as far as it went. You know, this particular studio really kind of screwed up the whole project, and I never got my songs and my finished demo from the studio. You know, so it just, you know, everyone's got to understand, man. It's unless you record your own music, which I don't do. I'm just not interested in recording it. It just costs so much money to record a record, and nowadays, like, you know, who's even buying records anymore? I know I do, you know, but really, YouTube took down Encyclopedia. I'll have to look into why. I don't know what happened. We'll see what's up. Yeah, Misery Index is a great band. What musician would you love to work with the most? Oh man, there's so many. Shredosaur, so many. You know, I don't know. Maybe Joe Satriani. I love Satriani. How about that? That'd be great. Am I into prog metal? I love prog metal. Yeah, I love Dream Theater. You know, so many different bands. I mean, that's what my solo music obviously has a big prog influence to it. So, yep, I love John Five. He's awesome. You know, yep, Rob Arnold's great. Luke, right? He's awesome, man. Big Rob Arnold fan. Love Chimera, man. Those guys are all. Yeah, we should. That'd be great. I should do a song with Rob Arnold, man. That'd be amazing, man. You know, I'll have to hit him up, see what's up, see if we can make some time for it. But yeah, it sucked that Encyclopedia. It just, you know, I just couldn't get this particular studio to finish my work and get my stuff out, you know, without charging me an arm and a leg. And it just kind of, with all the different things I was doing, all the touring, it just never got finished, and it sucks, you know, how outside people can really ruin your projects, you know. It's incredible how bands get ruined from outside influences, you know. Yeah, the Aristocrats are great. I love Aristocrats. I love Guthrie Govan, man. Big fan, big fan. You know, when I came up with the tapping section, I was listening to a lot of Guthrie Govan on the Soulfly Omen record, which is, honestly, that's got some of my best solos on it. So I was listening to a lot of Guthrie Govan and the Aristocrats, and I came up, if you remember the song Rise of the Fallen, I came up with the tapping part, which went. So that was influenced by Guthrie Govan. I was really listening to him and the way he did his tapping sequences, and I think it added a great vibe and new sound, you know, to Soulfly, because I was really bored with Max's riffs. Obviously, what happened? Battery froze here. So I was very Max's riffs. You know, I think originally that riff went. And I took it and came up with this on top. Made it a little bit more technical, and then I came up with the tapping on top of that. That's how that song was written. So, but I was very much influenced by Guthrie Govan, so that's where that whole tapping sequence came from, man, because he does a lot of that type of stuff. So, yeah. So anyway, but Encyclopedia, I just never got, you know, around to finishing it. And then I started the Revenge Beast, you know, and the reason why Revenge Beast finishes stuff and gets our record is out now is because we're with Upstate Records, so they really, you know, helped us get organized with everything. But also our bass player Brennan McShane, he records all our stuff. So, you know, that's the thing. It's like nowadays, it's like you got to have somebody in the band who can record your stuff for free. Otherwise, if I had to pay for the Revenge Beast, it would never got done, like Encyclopedia. So, but that's why Revenge Beast is such a, you know, we record quick because Brennan is incredible in the studio and he did an excellent job tracking it. So, yeah. And that's why we're going to put out a second Revenge Beast record very soon, man, because, you know, we move quick in the studio. We write very quickly. We don't need to take 5 years to write a record, you know. So, is there any riff I came up with recently? Yeah, some new El Nino riffs, but I'm waiting for that record to come out because I don't remember what I came up with. I'm not really in writing mode right now. You know, usually I start writing music when we're making a record, then I come up with a bunch of ideas. But I don't like sit home and write. I sit home and jam, I improvise, I learn other songs, you know, things I want to learn to get better, and then I take those songs and riffs and I apply it when it's time to make a record, you know. So I'm not recording a record right now, so I'm not writing anything at this moment. Yeah, Luke, you mean Pro Tools and new technology? Isn't it possible to record and sound great without an expensive studio to pay? Yeah, well, that's the thing, you know, our bass player Brennan, he's got a rig at home, and actually we were just sending stuff, like I did all my guitar tracks from home, and I was sending it to Brennan and Revenge Beast back and forth. Those guys live in Baltimore, I live in New Jersey, so we were able to record the record at home, and we did that during the pandemic. You know, the whole Revenge Beast record was written and recorded from home during the pandemic, you know. So, hey, thank you, Thomas Clark. I appreciate it. Thank you for the tip, man. Thank you, brother. So yeah, the whole record was recorded from home during the pandemic. I mean, that's what you should be doing, right? You know, that was a lot of my beef with Soulfly and me quitting, was that it's like, nothing was going on for 1 year. You know what I'm saying? We should have been writing a record, sending stuff back. Nothing was going on. Nothing. So that's why I created Revenge Beast, because I had all these riffs, these ideas. I obviously was home, writing and recording and practicing every day during the pandemic. So me and the guys from Revenge Beast, we were sending stuff back and forth, back and forth. Excuse me, back and forth. You know, and that's why we got the whole Revenge Beast record written and finished in a short period of time. Within about 6 months, I'd say, during the pandemic, we wrote a whole record. So that was a good thing that came out of COVID, was Revenge Beast. You know, and we're getting ready to start another record soon. You know. Hey Tom, thank you for that tip. Yeah, you guys can leave tips here. I appreciate that, man. That's awesome, man. You can buy me coffee. So, death metal or thrash metal? Good question, John Wayne. Thrash metal. My heart's always in thrash metal. I love death metal. You know, Revenge Beast is death metal, but we got some thrashy riffs too. And I think the new record will probably be more thrashy. I love thrash. I just love the thrash beat. I love the thrash guitar playing. I'm a total old school thrash fan. My favorite band of all time is Overkill. So what's that tell you? You know? Thanks for Colossal Myopia. Do you like Ron Jarzenbeck? I love Ron Jarzenbeck, man. I'm a big fan of Blotted Science is great. I haven't heard Spastic. Is that his new band? But I do. I love Watchtower. I was a big fan of Watchtower when I was a kid. Eduardo wants to know, Bite the Bullet also have tapping in the beginning. I don't remember. What song is Bite the Bullet? What song is that? I don't remember. You know, we started making so many records with Soulfly that I don't really remember every single name of every song. So I don't. What song was Bite the Bullet? I don't remember. Was that on? I want to say maybe that was on. What the hell was the name of the record? I don't remember, dude. We were banging out records almost once a year, so it's kind of tough. But yeah, I was doing a lot of tapping. I was trying to take those lame new metal riffs, grab 2 notes and make it interesting. Like every time Max was coming up with these very simplistic riffs, the new metal Korn riffs, and I love Korn. Korn is great, but when he was coming up with these really just boring 2-note riffs, I was trying to find something to put on top of it. So that's where I was doing a lot of the tapping stuff. Enslaved. All right, yeah, Enslaved is my favorite Soulfly record. I don't remember Bite the Bullet. I'll have to go back and listen to it, But yeah, Enslaved was my favorite record, specifically because we made it with my favorite producer, Zeus, So, industrial metal, yeah, I like Ministry. Ministry is awesome, I love Static X. Static X kind of grew on me over the years, and now I really dig what they do. So. And I have a project with Tony Campos and Dave Kincaid that's coming out soon called The Monarch. So it's another thing you guys got to look for. Yeah, Blotted Science is amazing, isn't it? Yeah, it might have been Ritual, man. Bite the Bullet. I don't remember that song, But I know I was doing a lot of tapping stuff to try to make those riffs interesting to me, because otherwise I was bored out of my mind playing those new metal riffs. Are those EMGs in Axe? Yes, these are EMGs, man. These are 707s. This is my new signature diamond guitar, guys. I think I told you about it. So, this is the MR7. It's a 7-string. I took off the 7-string right now because I don't use it that much anymore, man. I like all my stuff in standard E. But when I play the stuff from like rotation, I'll put the 7-string back on. It just gets in the way. Yeah, Bite the Bullet is from Ritual. You know what, dude? I never really listened to Ritual, honestly, man. I just kind of... I don't know, man. Towards like the last, I'm gonna say like since Enslaved, I don't think we ever topped Enslaved. I don't think Soulfly will ever make a record better than Enslaved because we put a lot of time in it. And I've said this before. We had Zeus, the producer, who's incredible, and he really pushed us to the limit. He stood up to management and said, "No, we're not done with this record. No, we need more time. We need a bigger budget." He really did the right thing, and that's why everyone loves that record. You can't deny it because the proper time was put into it. We had a great drummer. That's the other thing. Kincaid killed it in the studio on that record. We had Tony Campos, and that's why it was the best record. So for me, it was hard to listen to anything after Enslaved. I wasn't really feeling it. I never liked Zion's drumming. I never dug it. I never, we should have continued working with Zeus and continued putting out records like Enslaved. So. But hey, you got Revenge Beast now and the Monarch. So there you go, guys. It's better than anything I've ever done in my life before. So check out the Monarch. That record's gonna drop soon, and like I said, the new Revenge Beast. Yeah, Tony might do some singing. Yeah, he'll probably do some backups. Tony's awesome, man. All right, here we go. Let's do another jam. What do we got? Yo, this is a good one. This is another backing track I found online that I like. So, yo, hail revenge beast, says Axel. What's up, Axel? Thank you, Dex. Yeah, it's like an SG, this guitar. So that's what's up. Yeah, Roy was incredible drummer, man. But he's killing it, man. You can follow him. You know, he plays in ministry still, and Stone Sour, right? You know, Roy's awesome, man. Roy's great because when I had quit Soulfly, he was the first person to call me, and we had a really fun conversation. You know, he knows what's up. He's a great dude, really good dude. So the signature guitar, I think for now you probably just got to order it online. I don't know. I got to talk to Don and see what's up. But yeah, I think you can find it online. It probably eventually will be in stores soon. You know. How's the home gym coming along? Oh, hey, right on, Sergio. How'd you know about the home gym? Did I talk about that? Yeah, I'm opening up my own boxing gym, a Muay Thai gym. You know, I've been training people when I've been home. Something new I got into. I always loved training, so I figured what the hell. So yeah, that's what's going on, man. It's coming along real well. And if anybody wants to train with me, private message me. You know, I do online training too, and get people in good shape, man. So let's do it. You know, always been into that. So cool. So I think I did. Yeah, I did one of my workouts here on YouTube about a week ago. So that's probably where you heard about it, right? I'll be doing those more often too. So once I get the gym is almost fixed up and 100% finished. So I'll do some more some live workouts if you guys are into it, man. I really appreciate it. So cool. Cool. All right, man. I'm gonna do one more for you guys. Let's do it. Let's see what I got. One more jam. What do we got? I know I've been playing a lot of these songs for a long time, same ones, but who cares? I love them. Now I'm gonna write a new solo record real soon. So here's a good one. I haven't played this one in a minute. This is an Encyclopedia song. Encyclopedia song right here. Blind Lead the Blind. Here we go. Encyclopedia. Yeah, man, like when I think of metal, and I think of like when I go in to make a new record, whatever I'm making, I'm always listening to the classics, man. Old school Metallica, like Injustice for All, Master of Puppets, Megadeth, Rust in Peace, um, any Slayer record. I like the classics, man, and I like to be reminded of the music that got me into doing this stuff, and always keep that in mind, man. Because trends come and go, but like the classic stuff, man, like still to this day, I still think there's nothing better. There's nothing better than the classic stuff. It's cool. There's a lot of newer stuff that's great too, but for me, I'm all about classic metal of all the different genres. So yeah, Master Puppets is one of my go-to records, man. I'm still so inspired when I hear those riffs and Kirk Hammett solos. Kirk Hammett is like so underrated, man. He always was one of my favorite guitar players of all time. So that's what's up. We got a guest here today. What's up? What are you up to? I'm almost done. The clock is ticking, I guess, huh? What's up, everybody? Those riffs. Yeah, man. Yeah, a lot of the like Encyclopedia riffs were very old school thrash metal, death metal thrash, but I was tuned to standard E. Revenge Beast, I threw in the 7-string stuff, to make it a little bit more modern, but with a classic feel too. So, Shredasaur88 said, the thing I loved about your tunes is they have so much bounce to them that they make you want to move. I think a lot of bands don't have that these days. Yeah, well, I love groove, man. I like groove metal just as much as I love death metal, thrash metal, and I love putting breakdowns in. I always try to write music for what I want to hear if I was in the pit slam dancing. So I love breakdowns. I've always loved them. So yeah, just part of the sound, even in El Nino, we got breakdowns, even though it's more like radio rock stuff. There's a lot of heavy breakdown riffs. Yeah, I try to put that stuff in, man. I like to see people wild out in the pit. So yeah, cool. All right, guys. Any last questions, man? I appreciate all the conversation here, man. This is fun for me to talk about music, talk about all the different projects I got going on, all the good stuff. So I appreciate it, man. And yeah, you guys can all hit me up on all my social media. I try to keep in touch with everybody, man. Just shoot me a message and I'll try to answer it. So somebody asked why I take the 7-string off. So for the El Nino tour, with El Nino, I always just play 6-string. Everything with El Nino is in drop tunings. It's not really what I like, but it just was always the sound of the band. So it was always a 6-string with a DAD drop tuning sound. So I just got off that El Nino tour and I just haven't had a chance to put my 7-string back on. I just take it off. It's not a big deal. It just gets in the way. I don't use it with El Nino, so I take it right off. But I will put it back on. For Revenge Beast, everything is in 7-string. So yeah, it's as simple as just slapping it back on, man. No big deal. Sergio wants to know my favorite song on Enslaved. Man, I got so many. I'm gonna say Gladiator. That's got some of my favorite riffs. That's another one of those songs where Max came in with very just simple, in my opinion, boring riffs, and I took them and made them a little bit more interesting, melodic, more technical. And that was one that I specifically remember. I put some cool ideas on it. That was on 7-string actually. Another one is I love Plato Plomo because originally that song was not a very interesting song. It was very simple. It was on 7-string also, but it was just that boring riff. Really boring in my opinion. And I took it and put some whammy pedal stuff on it, but also I did that flamenco thing, which for me I thought was really, really, really interesting. That nobody really had ever really done that before. And that's kind of what I'm into doing, is adding the flamenco stuff, So yeah. So that Plato Plomo, I thought, and it's funny because the record was done. I was in the studio with Zeus, and me and Zeus, we all put a lot of time on that record. Me, Tony, Dave, and Zeus, we put a lot of time into that record. I'll say. So I was there for the last day, and I was getting ready to fly home, and we were listening to Plato Plomo, and I'm like, man, this riff is just really lame, very new metal. just wasn't into it, man. And then I said to Zeus, I said, "Yo, let's try something on the choruses or the whatever part it was," and that's where I came up with that the flamenco, like a bouilleria rhythm on top of it, and it changed the whole song. And that was literally in the last like hour of being in the studio. We just turned on the mics real quick, and I just improv like 2 tracks for the flamenco section, and changed the whole vibe of the song. You know, now in my opinion, it became an interesting song. It wasn't just a boring nu metal, you know, song. So yeah. Dark Ages. I'm gonna go with Frontline. I always say Frontline was always one of my favorite Soulfly songs because it was a totally new sound for the band, and I wrote that song straight up. I have the demos of it at home. I'm gonna release it pretty soon. I'm gonna put it up on YouTube. It's just same exact riffs that I wrote. Demos of it. I wrote that riff, I wrote that whole song, all the music to that, obviously the flamenco classical ending, and it was a big game changer for the band. You know, Roadrunner went with that as the first single, as they should have, for Dark Ages, and it took the band into that next level. It took Soulfly out of that nu metal world, which back in 2004 was a dirty word, obviously, you know, and it put us in the thrash metal, metalcore, you know, classic metal world. Now all of a sudden, you know, because of that song, we're getting tours opening up for Black Sabbath, and I think we attracted a lot of the old school Sepultura fans that were not really Soulfly fans, that all of a sudden started coming back to the shows. And I know it was like the biggest tour we had done was that Dark Ages tour, you know. So yeah, I should do a flamenco stream soon, man. I will. I'll break it out. I've been really concentrating on the electric guitar a little too much, so I definitely owe you guys an acoustic jam. So we will do that soon. Right on. What up, dealer? Hug dealer. Appreciate it. Yeah, I feel great, man. Thank you. Yeah, back in El Nino, man. You guys are all, I know, very excited about that. And that new record, Immortals, man, it's slamming, dude. It's definitely the best El Nino record we ever did. So it definitely was worth the wait. I promise you, man. Sick record. So, all right, I gotta go. I'm getting cold here, and I'm glad I got on here for a little bit, guys. I appreciate it. You guys rule. The comments are always great. I love the conversation. You know, we come here, we talk, I read your comments, and it's good to talk and say what's up to you guys, man. Let you know what's going on, and I appreciate your feedback, man. You guys are awesome. And the tips, that's cool. I guess that's a new thing now with YouTube. You can leave me a tip. I appreciate that too. And yeah, so go check out the Revenge Beast record, guys. It's out now. It's streaming live. Go get it. Pick it up. I'm telling you, it's like best record I ever made for like heavy stuff, man. So I know you guys are gonna dig it. So Revenge Beast. All right, yo, you all have a great 4th of July, man. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll be on again. Peace.